Go.
Wet ones.
How do fish eat dry food? Is water wet?
No, there's this is actually a very interesting question. Is water wet?
Is water wet?
Oh, yeah. Hey guys,
Yeah.
we're here on the DimesCast.
Welcome back. Welcome back, everyone. Sorry, you just interrupted us on a very intellected
Didn't see that.
conversation. Is water wet, TAINE?
Is water wet?
No, let's really unpackage it. Is it wet?
Well, I think wet is probably more of a it's almost like a perception.
Like a state of mind, would you say?
Well, it's due to a physical force.
Of course. Welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, we have TAINE Noble on the podcast today.
Yep.
Let's get just a little bit serious.
Yeah.
Just to introduce you, man. You're a producer. You're a video content creator. Bro, you're just a mastermind on a lot of fields, bro. So just a quick spill. Just tell everyone what you do, man.
Yo, what's up? My name's TAINE. I make a lot of music and create like visual content, and I run a small business making like just helping brands and artists and influencers, mostly like music artists at the moment, with like visual content for like their promotion and that sort of stuff.
But you have like work for like stores. Like recently, you worked for Urbanwear, which is really cool.
Yeah. I was I actually got the opportunity from the boys Steez. Shout out to Steez. To just go into Urbanwear, and I think Sons Design was doing like an in-store appearance, and they're just wanting to try some new things with their sort of online presence and stuff. So so we're working on something with them at the moment that is not like confirmed yet. So
awesome. Something in the works.
Yeah. shout out Steez. Shout out Steez real quick.
He's the man.
You guys had him on the cast.
Yep.
Couple weeks ago, yeah. That was it was a really good podcast.
Yep.
Dropped some knowledge, some
I
gems.
fully didn't know Steez had 4 daughters.
Yeah, 4 daughters.
True.
How many do you have?
Family man.
Seriously, no.
No, I really didn't. And shout out Steez.
Yeah.
Man, you're killing it, man.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm looking. I was like,
We're right here, main. I should have. I didn't even give you the rundown, bro. This is your camera here, main camera there.
okay, cool. It's weird sitting here because I've only watched it from
of course,
other perspectives.
Yeah. Oh wow. So you've been tuning in?
Yeah. I didn't watch them so much, but when they got added to Apple Podcasts, Ben's boys.
No.
When they got added to Apple Podcasts, that's when I was like, finally, and I just went through all of them.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing. Well, podcasts are naturally on podcast apps and stuff like Spotify. Yeah. So it's good.
Like,
so
I think my thing with podcasts, because I do listen to like a few other podcasts and stuff. I think it was just like,
how dare you?
I think it was just like it's really convenient to. Sometimes I do want to listen to things and it not be music.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Even like sometimes I'll just put my headphones on, not listen to anything. Like if I'm on a flight or something, I'll just have the noise cancelling on. I won't listen to anything because I don't want to listen to anything.
Yeah.
But like then, like sometimes you want to listen to music. But podcasts are one of those like cool things that you can do while you're doing like long sort of like tasks and stuff like that you don't really have to be able to like hear things for. So if I'm like editing a video, like doing like all the coloring stuff where you don't really have to hear sort of what's going on. Well, at least I don't think you do anyway. I'm still kind of new to it. But I'll just listen to podcasts. And, Your guys' one's dope. It's really, really dope.
Oh, thank you. Well, now you're a part of it, bro.
Yeah.
So
you're on it.
It's cool to be in
And since TAINE, great plug, great segue. Make sure you guys go into Apple Music and the podcast app and
I'm not
go
saying
down.
listen to it.
Oh,
no.
Just listen to yours.
Just listen to my episode. No.
I mean, we've been talking about some weird things before.
That's probably the case with all of the episodes. I feel like they always come in like, wait, what were they just? Well, you always refer to like, because before we were recording, we were talking about like, wait, what?
And just like, bang, we're in.
Yeah, and how are we going?
Yeah. So, man, tell me, you've been up to a lot. Can I say that you've officially moved to Brisbane?
I think so, yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah. 100%. Oh, wait. Unless you work for the ATO.
Well, I don't.
No. I've because I was coming here a lot just for I was getting a lot of work out here just through stuff at the studio and other music videos and like other projects and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And then yeah, it's like every time I come here, I just love I love it here, man. Like it's a dope city. Like the people here are really cool as well. Like everyone I know here is really cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess it just kind of made sense.
Is it a lot different from Palmy? Palmerston?
No. Yeah, but like before here, I was living in Auckland.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I think there's small like cultural differences between New Zealand and Australia, but I feel like for the most part we still have the same sort of infrastructure and everything's still kind of the same. The dollar's relatively similar, and you know, like, and so yeah, it's not really different to Auckland, but it's definitely different to Palmy. This is, you know, it's like a big city.
Yeah,
Palmy is a small town. Really,
see, like Australia, like we have like, you know, our national anthem. It's just like.
Yeah,
I was gonna say Waltzing Matilda, but I was like, that's not. I mean, that may as well. Come on, guys. That may as well.
Because that, isn't it?
Yeah, and then
all countries have a national anthem, though. By the way,
a national anthem that isn't the national anthem.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, then in New Zealand, it would be like, you know, like Married to the Mob, right? It would be, wouldn't it? That, of course. Like that's going to be.
What was that video we were watching the other week?
What was that video? What was it called?
That was the New Zealand Today. Video.
I feel like you should just remix that.
Guy Williams.
Guy Williams. After that one, when we were in, I was just in Sydney for my cousin's wedding, and any free time that me, Cam, and Wari had, we would just be like, "Oh, should we watch more of that Guy Williams shit?" And then we'd just like sit there and just watch like all the episodes and stuff.
Man, yeah,
I never watched it before that.
I think that's when it sort of
I knew of it.
Boom.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know that guy, someone took a story, like an Instagram video of him, and he's like, they were like, oh, can you, the girl's like, can you do the song? And he legit just bursted out the song in the car park. Like that's what he's just known for.
No shame whatsoever.
Hearty. No. That's pretty hearty. No, but like, that's an interesting case of, I don't know if there's like a term that's been coined for it. But when a segment, because that was a segment on a show, and it's interesting that the show got cancelled, ultimately got cancelled, but the segment is still going.
Oh, really?
The show is still going, yeah.
Oh,
that was a segment of a TV show. It was kind of like Rove. It was called Jonah and Ben.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
True. Yeah.
And what, they just cancelled the show altogether?
They cancelled that whole show. And the New Zealand Today segment, when it was with Jonah and Ben, I think the budget was a lot lower. The production quality was a lot lower. And there was generally like, I think Guy Williams is one of those comedians who needs like a little bit of time to get funny, but when it is funny, it's really funny.
I love it when
he needs time to tell a bit of a story, and that's what becomes really, really funny.
I love it when he's interviewing. What is that guy's name? What's his name?
The Mongrel Mob dude.
Yeah,
it's like Rogue. I want to say like Koei or it's something Oe. Yeah, there's something at the end,
and
but it's definitely Rogue something.
I remember when I think he was talking about, like, oh yeah, I'm looking for a job and I can't find a job anywhere, and then he's like, all right, I'm gonna make a joke. He had to prep him.
I'm gonna make a joke now.
Please don't kill me. Man, it's great.
So
but welcome to Brisbane.
Yeah.
And
I
mean,
good to be here. 4K.
You were the type of guy, like, we hadn't heard from you in like months. And then we rock up to the studio like,
and you're just here
late at night, and you're like, "Hey!" Like you're just sitting here. We're like, "Oh, you're back!" So, man, like, welcome here, man.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
It's actually really, really good to just have you around the studio, man.
Thank
just
you.
like you just popping in, just like, "Yo, this is cool," and just like giving good feedback.
Yeah.
And, man, I tell you what, you and all your brothers, one of the most like talented family I've ever encountered.
Yeah.
Like,
thanks, man.
For sure.
Ever. I mean, if you guys don't know. There's yourself, Cam, Rory, Matt. Did I say Matt?
No, you didn't say Matt.
Or Matt.
I
nearly missed him. Is there anyone else in your family that's like musically gifted or just creative in that way?
Yeah. So I think like even on my so there's 8 of us total.
What?
Yeah. So there's the 4 boys and 3 sisters. Yeah. So it's quite a big family. I guess not too big by like New Zealand standards. But yeah, no, our oldest brother Matt, you know, he's a crazy musician. That dude is so like onto it with more of like the technical side of a production, like you know, like running a show or something like that. Like he's so clued up on like live mixing as well. Like he's a crazy, crazy at live mixing. Every like week he's doing like whole like 2-3 hour productions with bands playing and people talking and stuff like that at the church. And
really,
like it's a huge production every single week. It's crazy.
Oh, that's awesome.
But so he's sort of the wise one of us all. We all sort of like look to him for advice and stuff like that. But then there's Matt. Matt's crazy producer. Like I think that dude really got all of us, like everyone below him, like into producing. Like Worry, Cam, myself, was all through Matt for sure. And then Worry, crazy producer, dude's doing crazy things at the moment. Cam's just started the Axe Agency, which is like doing some great work with a lot of upcoming artists and stuff like that, which is really dope.
Awesome.
Yeah, and so like all the little things that we all do separately, they're really powerful when it like sort of comes together. And,
yeah, for sure.
We're all working on. It's like with someone like Kay Lisa. Like beats produced by Matt and then gets released by Cam and the video is shot by me. And it's like it's cool to like keep that in the family.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
Was that like a long-term thing for you guys? Like, or was it sort of a thing like, yo, we're actually really good at, I'm good at this, you're good at this, you're good at this, you're good at this. Let's just put it all together. Was that like a thing that happened?
I don't know if it was ever planned. It kind of just like, because we're all sort of brought up, around music and entertainment and, like visuals and stuff like that. And those are all sort of in that same group of things that would be similar, things that would be considered probably the same industry.
Yeah.
So I guess when, you're all doing like your own thing there, it makes sense for everyone to work together.
Of course.
Yeah. It helps, it benefits us all to like, oh yeah, well, you shoot this, or you make the kit for that, or you release that, like it's cool when keep, all of that in the same. And so I don't know if there was ever like the plan, but I think like we all know like this is like this is what we want to keep doing. Now, like,
and I think like you've all benefited like off each other. Like obviously with Rory working with like some really, really cool artists has given you like opportunities to go work with those artists as well. I mean, can you say if like it's that certain artist that you've been to Dubai with? For sure. So obviously with Will Singe, like you creating like all those video contests for him, like it's just opened all these doorways, and I think it's like fantastic with you guys doing that. That's awesome.
Yeah, because I met Julian Wills' manager through Worry, and like he went to Worry for music related stuff, and he came to me for like video related stuff. So that's benefited.
Keep it in the family.
Exactly. Yeah. Sure. So now, just like, let's talk about that, man. How's that experience been for you, just working with Will?
I've never met Will.
Oh wow,
I've never met Will. Yeah, I actually don't really talk like directly to him either. But he's cool.
Yeah, he's great. He's doing really well.
He's a really cool dude. But yeah, I mostly deal with his manager Julian.
Oh, okay, of course.
And so but those guys are like, like they're so close.
Yeah.
So, I can trust that whatever, Julian's saying, oh, can you make some edits on that? And, Julian's a really great creative director as well, but like he can like sort of speak for Will on like things like that, because he knows.
Yeah.
Do you find it like a bit difficult, like obviously not having direct contact with the actual artist and trying to create like a similar vibe? Like obviously, in this case with Julian, I think it's pretty like solid because they're like obviously they're like long-term friends.
Yeah.
But like say if you're working with someone else and they mightn't have that relationship with a manager, do you think it might get a bit tricky or a bit hard?
Well, I mean, with all things, when you're like a third party working with an artist or something like that, that's being like established with a team of people.
Yeah.
Very rarely would you ever need to talk directly to the artist because they've got a plan. Like if someone comes in for like an interview, like let's say a big artist is coming in to do a podcast with you guys or something like that. You might only speak with their publicist and never talk to them until they're sitting in the chair.
Yeah.
And the publicist also might, you know, give you notes, say like, talk about this new song, and you know, he's releasing an album. Ask about that.
Yep.
Don't ask about this. Don't ask about that. But yeah,
don't ask about the court case.
That's not the court case. But no, yeah, I guess, yeah, I've never really actually thought about it, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you might have run into those situations, but I mean, I guess that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because you're probably always just in tune with what's happening at that time.
Yeah.
No, that's really
as long
cool,
as like the end like client likes the work, and you know,
yeah,
that's the main thing.
So who else have?
I knew that
I was waiting for him, bro.
That's why I was holding it like over here and not just being more callous with it.
So who else have you had the privilege to work with, like locally and obviously back home in NZ?
A lot of artists back in NZ. I did a bit of content for the 1174 boys.
Nice.
We were working on a few things leading up to their EP release, and those guys are really, really cool. They're really cool. They got really good ideas and stuff. So it's always cool working with artists that like you can really sort of like creatively connect with.
Yeah,
of course.
Because like, you know, you kind of vibe off that sort of stuff, and sure, it's like when you guys, you know, it's even like in the studio.
Yeah,
you know,
sure,
when you're collaborating with another artist, you're just vibing with them and stuff.
Of course,
it's the same. Like if you're shooting a video, if you're designing something, you know, like it's that same vibe can still be caught there. And
we've said that before. You got to have that connection with someone.
This guy here, Triggerer, he is dope. He is really, really dope. Dude's from Papua New Guinea. That chain that he's wearing around his neck, on the pendant on that is called a bullum. It's a like a sort of like a basket or like a bag kind of thing. That's I can't remember. Forgive me, Trig. I can't remember what it's made of. It's made out of flax, or if it's made out of like actual like I don't know, like material or some sort. But dude got it iced out on his neck.
That's dope.
It's really, really dope.
That's
and he also gave us a bullum that we hung in the lounge. Yeah. So if you're looking at that photo, it's like behind where I would be standing when we took that. That's really high res. How did you get that high res on Instagram?
Didn't you take this photo?
I did. I did, but like yeah, you've zoomed in quite.
Yeah,
quite
I don't know, mate. It's just your great photography.
We're just stepping it up here at the DimesCast.
You guys are pretty crazy.
See, this is why you have to watch it. See, you have to watch.
You gotta watch
podcast.
it. See, this whole section meant nothing if you weren't watching it. But you now know what a bullum is and what it doesn't look like.
Talk to me about your relationship with Mikey Dam.
Oh, Mikey Dam, man, he is honestly like a brother to us. He's been you know like real close to our family for as long as I can remember. Him and Matt were boys for a long time, and we kind of met Mikey through Matt. I think Matt moved to Christchurch and wasn't able to do like give some beats to Mikey. He wasn't able to record them, so Matt was like, "Oh, go see my little brother Rory."
Yeah,
and then they just started working together, and it was just like magic, man.
Yeah.
Like
yeah. So those guys have been making some hits.
Yeah. Those Rory and Mike are a crazy duo. Like like just ridiculous amount of like a ridiculous level of songwriting and like production as well. Like those two fucking so dope. Sorry, will I swear?
Yeah,
no, of course.
Go for it.
You can say whatever you want, mate. I was gonna say, what visuals did you do for Mikey Dam?
So I'm trying to remember the first one that I don't think anyone would have ever seen. Was probably this music video that we did for I'm gonna say the song was called like it's called Finally Chopped. It's called Finally Chopped. There was a really
great name.
Finally
chopped.
We're there. Finally chopped cones. No, I think the song was called like Finally Chopped, and we shot it on this it's like big old camera. I think it was like, this must have been when like SD cards first came out. The thing was old as, and so we made that. Was probably the first visual we did for him, and then the first ones that got released with the My City music video. And that was Mike's first sort of like debut single to like major platforms and stuff like that. Yeah, and that song was really popular in like our sort of hometown. It was really cool.
Did you do it was off his album, the single off his album?
We did. Yeah. So,
Over? Did you do over?
yeah. So we did 2 music videos off
Yeah.
that mixtape. That was for Over, which got a lot of good.
Yeah.
Like
Can we bring that? Is it on YouTube?
it should be on YouTube. Although I think, yeah,
He might have taken it down.
He may
Yeah.
have taken it down. Mike was doing a bit of like a clearance sort of thing on his online presence. So I think
Yeah.
it's
Might have it.
Oh, we do.
that's the one.
Does it?
Yes.
I actually haven't seen this in ages, man.
I love this song. Where'd you find this kid?
That is Mike's cousin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where'd you find this kid?
We're just following him home.
Do love this song. Still
Yeah,
bangs.
it's classic.
So how long does this would a usual shoot for you take?
This shoot we did over, I want to say 2 days. One of them being just like the beach scenes, I think.
Yeah.
It might have been 3 like separate shoots.
Does it take you a while to sort of get a bit of a narrative for like the videos?
Yeah, so my sort of creative process in that is just either taking what the artist already, the ideas they already have. This was in my old flat. That's in my room.
Oh wow.
We did this shot. I remember we had this the idea for this shot, and when Mike saw it, he was like, "Oh, Andy!"
Oh yeah, hard.
Yeah, dope.
Shout out Dan Butters who bought all those NBA jerseys
Oh nice.
through.
Sick. So you.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say. So yeah, it doesn't take you. It takes you a little bit to sort of.
Yeah, sometimes.
Pull a story together.
Like, so normally I'll talk to the artists and see what sort of ideas they have and what the narrative is from a songwriter's perspective.
Yeah.
But sometimes you listen to a song and you can kind of just see what it would look like, or you can kind of envision the story and where things would go and what people would be doing and that sort of stuff. I don't know if everyone does that. I kind of do that a little bit.
Do they ever come to you with no narrative at all?
Yeah,
Just
for
like,
sure. For sure.
Yeah. And so how do you get this song going from that?
I
The video
will,
from that.
honestly, I'll just listen to the song over and over again.
Yeah.
I check the because you can check like the listening count on iTunes on Mac for like certain song. And I remember I had this song that I did a music video and treatment for. Treatment's like all the songwriter, like all the story narrative and all the finer details and stuff to make the actual. Yeah. So yeah, no, I saw how many times I listened to that song and it was like fucking like 2,500 times.
So you know back to front pretty much.
Just double checking.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like I just keep listening to it and just try to come up with a
Story behind it
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah. Because
Pretty
when it comes to visuals for us, my mind just goes blank.
Yeah.
Like I probably know the settings and colors and stuff that we want, but then after
Yeah,
that, it's
yeah.
just like I have no
How'd we
idea.
do Running Man? That was like just because it said Running, we're like, yeah, let's just go to the
Let's
football.
go to-
field.
Oh, yeah,
let's
well,
go to
look-
the
That was
park.
with team, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was with
Yeah.
So we remember how we went to that sick sports field?
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
that would have been
was
dope.
my old
though.
footy field.
No,
Oh,
no,
you're
no.
talking about
Yeah,
I
the
know
one
what
at
you're saying,
the university. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
St. Lucia, right?
I think it was
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they needed public liability insurance.
Yeah. And was it Spice that was like, oh yeah, my was it? I'm pretty sure it was him. He's like, yeah, my auntie like does cleaning for the Gabba. Maybe we can sneak. we can sneak.
That's a reach. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're like, yeah, that'd be sick.
Shout out Spice. That's a reach though.
Actually, I don't think it was Spice. Maybe it was someone else that you were here with.
I do remember that conversation coming up, but there was something.
Actually, maybe he would say something like that.
But yeah, I mean, how cool would it be if we all went to the Gabba, eh?
We
Yeah.
just shoot a film clip.
and just get chased out, eh?
Yeah.
Hard.
Oh, here it is. 14K views? Excuse me?
Jesus, send the check.
Like, when did that happen? Jeez. Why didn't this feature on Poly Rappers? Maybe because there's none of them. There was only one. Oh, no, it's just me. But this was fun.
Yeah,
This is cool.
dope.
I mean,
We shot this quick as.
Yeah.
real quick, yeah.
Very
Just
quick.
chilling.
Remember how we were trying to get the train? like to
In the
come
back,
up.
yeah.
Did we ever get it? No, I don't
No,
think we
I
did.
I don't think that shot got included. Well, that's another thing. I always have ideas on set that never make the final edit.
Yeah. So the story behind this, guys, is Jaden actually somehow got the plug, and we just ended up getting. Was it what was the footy field called?
Cannon Hill.
We actually
down the
got the
road.
whole
Shout
Cannon
out.
Hill, and we got
Shout
the
out
full on
Cannon Hill.
lights on.
Yeah,
and,
yep. Got the lights on.
Yeah, their system is interesting.
and then we started climbing on their roof, like
Yeah,
totally
that's right.
disrespecting the place.
That's right. Whose idea was it to get on the roof?
Lee's are on the roof.
But it was Taine. I think it was Taine's idea. You were like, get on the roof.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
High quality H2O.
I mean, the last shot with Lisa on the roof was, I think, the game changer. He's just chilling there. Wait, I think that's a bit too far.
Yeah.
David's got bars there.
Yeah, he's the man. Demo, shout out that guy.
Shout out Valley.
Up, maybe a little bit back. So you've gone too far.
This actually kind of looks cool. It's got an
There
interesting
he
look
is.
to it.
Lisa on the roof.
You remember you shot this?
Yeah.
This looks kind of cool. Yes, Taine. You shot it.
I reckon it was like, and man, you sent that to us super quick
Yeah.
too, eh? So that's when we had our No Caution EP, and I think we probably
This
might.
is actually pretty cool. That is actually pretty cool. I mean, no, because I always get like kind of anxious when like videos that I made like a long time ago.
Oh yeah.
Or like not even that long ago. I always get kind of anxious on like how like fuck, was this actually good?
How long ago was that?
Yeah, what's the time on that?
It says about a year ago on the video.
Yeah, I think that
It
makes
was,
sense.
we shot around. Well, you guys shot around. I was there, but you shot around in winter.
Were you there?
Oh, were you there?
Yeah, I was thinking. I was off camera, obviously.
Were you there?
Yeah, it was on the field, bro.
Were you?
Yeah, well, obviously.
Are you really in the field?
Were you really there?
That's how I know you shot it.
No
That's
way.
a lie. You weren't there.
Whatever.
I remember. Was it your brother was there?
My brother was there. Pip was there.
I remember.
I'll just
I remember
fuck
Pip.
myself,
And,
it's
yeah,
fine.
yeah, you will.
Actually, you were there. Yeah, I remember.
I
He-
brought you a
just saying
jumper.
that to make him feel
yeah,
good.
he brought a jump.
That's right.
That's
Yeah,
right.
you were
He was
there.
there.
Remember,
you were
Okay.
there.
Yeah, we get
We
it.
love you, Adam.
We get it. You're everywhere we are, Adam. We get it.
Wait, what was your name again?
Won't leave us alone.
No, but who else outside of like Mikey Dam?
Yeah.
And those boys have you got the privilege to work with as well?
I've worked with a couple dope Brisbane rappers. My boy Gyros, he's really dope. He's doing some cool things.
Nice.
Shout out to Oaks Aurora security guard.
What happened?
Oh, we'll just like my brother Gyros. He was like, "Hey yo, when did you shoot this music video? We're just gonna do it in like this apartment in the city." I was like, "Yo, okay." And then we just had this sort of party, really, just like all on it. And I just had the camera, just did a couple takes of the song, and then yeah. But the fucking security guard, man,
They came up.
Have you
they
heard
were being very reasonable.
have you have you heard the history of that hotel bar?
I don't know why, but when he told me it was at the Oaks, for some reason I was like, oh, Andy. I don't know why. I don't know why.
That's the
party
where
spot.
you need an apartment to stay before you like go out the weekend in Brisbane. That's where you stay.
The Oaks are
That well back in the day, not anymore. Because last time we stayed there, we got kicked out.
Oh,
Me and
that's
my
right.
mates.
For your
But-
mate's birthday.
Yeah,
damn.
yeah.
Sorry,
we got kicked
Dan.
out. But yeah, by the sounds of it, they're still kicking up security there, keeping it up.
Fuck dope, man. Dope.
Have you I know obviously being a videographer,
Yeah.
you would be running into a lot of security problems, or like just a lot of like like security guards coming out and being like, yo, you're not allowed to film here, or even just random people coming up on the street being like, oh, you didn't have my permission to like to film me. Have you ever had that before?
Yeah. I I've had a few instances where security and people, police or whatever, will say like, yo, you can't film here. I'm not the type of dude that like you see on those police videos like, oh, I'm exercising my rights. Like if a cop or
Am
someone
I being
tells me-
detained? Am I being detained?
yeah, like people just go out like looking for trouble.
Yeah.
I both like and don't like those videos at the same time. But normally I'm just like, sweet ass, all good. If I'm filming someone and then they come up to me and say, I don't want you filming me, like, all good.
yeah.
If someone was filming me and I didn't want them filming me, I'd want them to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if people don't want to be filmed like with a drone,
Mm.
like they just really need to understand that whatever the drone is filming, it's not filming you. Like, you're so indistinguishable in this shot that you could like probably be like murdering someone and nobody will even notice it's happening. Like no one knows. Like
For any of you murderers, out
Yeah,
there.
that's good. You're in the clear.
yeah.
We're all
So I
good.
was shooting a video. Have we already said where it was?
Oh, I did.
Okay.
South Bank.
Oh yeah, wait.
Nah, fucking nah, it was all good. I was just trying to remember if it was,
You can't
I was even
bleep it out.
allowed to fly there. But I
probably
checked
not.
on the app before, and the app said it was okay.
Oh well, that's all
Anyway,
good.
I don't know if that hold up
So-
in law.
Just bleep it out.
I used the DimesCast as a fucking evidence. No, yeah, so I was I had my drone. I was filming a part of a promo video for one of my friends who's a boxer, and we were just sort of getting his like social media presence up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we were doing this shot where he was running down just along the river in South Bank pretty early in the morning.
Mm.
And yeah, we just got the drone out, and I was just doing a couple of shots of him tracking him below the recommended height regulations.
Yes.
And
It wasn't that bad. I've seen the footage. It wasn't even that low.
No. And yeah, we did some shots of him running this way and then run back and then run back in. Just, a couple shots. And then the last shot we did, I was tracking him. I was coming back, and then this fucking lady comes over to me, this old lady, and she's like,
Can you do the voice too?
I don't know if I did the voice when I was telling the story. I don't think I would have done a voice. But
I want you to, but
Yeah.
I probably would have done the voice if you didn't say anything. But no, yeah, the lady came over to me and asking if I was like the one, like that was my drone, and then I was like, yeah, and then she was asking what I was filming and stuff, and then she started saying that I almost crashed into her. Like I came down, like almost hit her, like with my drone. And I was like, in my head I was like, nah, that didn't happen. And I think I might have even said those exact words to her as well. No, it didn't. And then she was asking me all sorts of questions. Who are you filming for? Are you with an organization? I was just making up fucking answers on the spot. I was like, yeah, Lionel Cambridge. I'm with, Screen Australia, shooting a piece here, a news piece about angry people jogging. No, but I didn't say that. But yeah, those drones have like so much obstacle avoidance in it. Anyway, it would have been literally impossible to crash it into it.
I remember you were telling me that like you flew like your drone for where you guys were. You flew it like a couple of kilometers just to go see the fireworks, or just get a good shot of the fireworks.
Yeah,
and then you said that you just lost connection.
Yeah, so I think these drones these days, man, they've got crazy technology in them, man, that just make them very easy to fly, very hard to crash, hard to lose, and they've got like a really, really good computers inside them, like GPS and that sort of stuff. So when you go to take off, at the drone sets this thing called a home point on a map, and it will recognizes that spot as the spot that it took off from. So it makes flight paths and flight logs, relevant from that point.
Yeah.
And then we were flying it ages away, and then it lost connection, the drone to the controller, and then I just sort of left it.
See, I would be freaking out, man. I'd be like, oh well, that's thousands of dollars gone. Like,
no, it's and like I already knew what it was gonna do. I sort of left it as like a flex.
Or your mates, like, or your
it
mates,
was like a barbecue, and like everyone was all like, we're like, oh, fuck, we'll take the drone. I'll go look at the fireworks.
Yeah.
Everyone's like looking at the drone, like, there's lost connection. Oh my god.
Kane just puts it down, and this guy sits down and like has a beer. Everyone else is freaking the fuck out.
But lost connection to the controller, and then it just flew back by itself like a couple minutes later and landed right on that exact point.
See, that's insane.
It's crazy, man. Like
it's I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, that's pretty insane. I almost crashed it the other week while I was out here in the car park.
Really?
Yeah, because I was watching this video about the drone that I had, and it's like, and then you can do this if you put it in sport mode. And like straight away, I was like, I had the drone behind me. Went outside into the car park. Everyone was gone by this point. Like, there's no one in the car park, so I was chucked in the sport mode, boosting this thing around. It goes so fast.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
so do you want to try and like have those like
the goggles?
Yeah.
The goggles would be dope. The goggles would be really, really cool.
that would trip me out.
Yeah,
man. That would,
for
honestly.
sure, bro.
I've seen those the freestylers like I don't know how they do it because it's like you've got to have that depth perception.
Yeah.
And like
I actually I was shooting an ad for a moving company, one of my my buddies' moving companies, those local guys. Go check them out. Good rates.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I met this dude who I was flying a drone over a factory that was making the trailer for their truck. They were welding some stuff, so I got some shots of the drone. And there was a dude there who was like into drones, and he was like standing next to me, like asking me all these questions while I was like trying to get the shot. And you get that if you don't get angry people, you get people who are like really interested. And like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, you can see everything right there. Oh, that's so amazing. Yeah, no, this dude was asking me these questions and stuff like that. And he's like, oh yeah, I get into drones a little bit myself. I was like, oh, dope. All right, and then he's like, oh, I actually got one of them in the car. I was like, oh, cool, dope, man. All right, and then he pulls out this drone. And it is the craziest FPV drone like I've ever seen. This dude's made it from like soldered the boards together, made this drone is like the size of my phone.
Wow.
Nah, maybe a bit bigger.
Yeah.
And it's got like a GoPro on it and shit, and it does like flips and like, it's a fucking full on like Hyundai one. And in his workshop inside that factory, he had like a big fucking like heavy lift drone with like 8 fucking fellas. This dude was into drones.
So like he was like a legit.
And you're blowing him off.
Yeah, I was hard out like
yeah,
I was like, oh, dope, man. Yeah, I got his number, and he's gonna take me out for lessons.
A drone date.
Yeah,
Yeah, a little drone date. Because I'm gonna get him to. I want one.
Oh yeah,
because those things are so cool, man. Those things are so cool.
especially if you can custom build one for you.
Yeah,
that'd be dope.
Yeah, and you can like do flips in them and shit.
So yeah, that'd be too crazy. I think for me, I would break it straight away.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Apparently they're pretty sturdy as long as you're not like crashing. Crazy,
See, because you know like what's the ballpark range? Like how much are they
for like an FPV drone?
Yeah.
I don't know actually. He said he could sell me one for like 500.
Oh, I thought we were talking like thousands.
I don't know, but I'm not
definitely
too sure.
be able to get some.
Hang on.
So these are the Mavics. Mavic 2 Pro is $3,000. Man, I got that way cheaper.
Nice.
Oh, that's with the cool controller.
So yeah, three grand. Yeah. See, if I bought something like that, I wouldn't use it because I'd be too scared.
Yeah,
they DJI is really good, man. Like these things are really hard to crash. Like I get quite risky with them, and do real sort of like risky shots flying in real like tight areas and stuff like that.
Can we Adam? Can you pull up TAINE's Instagram and go to that shot at Sydney? Did you film this with the drone?
Yeah.
Your drone? Obviously you did, yeah.
It's a really cool drone, man, and it takes beautiful photos as well.
Oh, it is
a lot
with
of depth.
Oh, nice. See, that's like some video clip, eh? Like, what was this for?
That's
You were just.
I had to go to the airport at 8 in the morning, and I was like, oh, I'm getting up early anyway. I might as well get up at like 6.
Yeah.
And go take some shots down at the beach.
Nice. So that's really cool, man.
That's dope.
I love that. Are you going to use that for anything?
I've got the footage. I save all the footage and keep it on a hard drive, and I have this idea. Like at the end of the year, I'll just make a little video of all the like footage I've shot this year. Just
like a bit of a wrap.
Yeah.
Nice.
2019.
Yeah, like a little reel of the year or something like that.
Nice.
But I'm going to Europe next week, so hopefully some good footage will come out.
Where are you going in Europe?
I was just gonna go to like Germany and maybe the Netherlands.
Yep.
But I just got just been asked to do a shoot in Switzerland. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Just casually.
How do you score that?
That's just one of my buddies from Palmerston North. Actually, he
really.
Yeah, we went to high school together. He's a really dope singer. His name's Connor Mack. He sung on "Wait for You," which was the first single we put out as Carmedella.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
He lives in this little like skiing village called Verbia. It's like in the Alps.
Nice.
And so I'm gonna go stay with him for a few days and shoot some stuff out there. And yeah, he's a crazy singer as well. He's a really good singer.
You'll get some decent shots.
Yeah, you'll get some great shots.
He was telling me the story. Well, actually, his dad was telling me the story because I've seen his, like, I hang out with his dad more than I've like hung out with him.
Oh, true.
But his dad's crack up. He's like, he's cool. But he was telling me the story about in the village that Connor lives in. He also plays at this bar, and does like events there at the ski resort or something like that.
Nice.
And Bear Grylls came through one day and wanted Connor to perform music at like his little event or something. And then Bear Grylls ended up taking. I actually don't know if. I should be allowed to talk about this.
Hold on, which Bear Grylls we're talking? We're talking like survival Bear Grylls?
Survivalist Bear Grylls.
I'm thinking like
There's a
dubstep.
DJ.
Yeah, I'm thinking dubstep Bear Grylls. I was like, wow.
Sorry to all the Brisbane DJs out there. It's disappointing right
Everyone was
now.
like, yes, rhythm.
Bear Grylls of Man vs. Wild.
Yeah.
That's a lot
The
cooler.
G. The original.
Yeah, the OG Bear. But yeah, he came to this resort, and they ended up. I think everyone ended up getting drunk and then getting some snowmobiles and going up into the mountains.
What?
And Connor had to go as well and play music up in the snow.
No way. So that's sick.
But yeah, it was like that's dope.
That's fucking
And
sick.
bro, hopefully you get to experience all that, man.
Yeah.
And you be able to film it all. And
Yeah.
that's awesome. You actually just mentioned something that I was going to bring up, but you were actually part of a duo called Adela.
Yes.
How long has that been happening for, man?
Carmadela's been a thing since maybe 2016, I'd say.
Yeah.
I think.
Because you've had the privilege of playing like pretty big festivals.
Yeah.
And by the way, guys, he does it with his brother Rory.
Yeah.
You and Rory are the duo.
Yep.
But yeah, you've got to play at some pretty big festivals in back home in New Zealand.
Yeah, we did Bay Dreams.
Rhythm
did-
Vines? Did you do Rhythm Vines?
I think we did like a no, we didn't actually. We performed sort of separately. At
Like a pre-party?
Nah, it was. Carmadela wasn't on the roster, but I'm pretty sure we still played.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
something.
So
With
like,
someone
I
else,
just
or
jump up and
yeah. I think it was something like that. I remember being on stage at that drunk as. But yeah, we did do you remember the festival before Rhythm and Vines? I think it was called like BW. It was on the beach in Gisborne.
No.
That was a pretty big one. Like it was actually the campsite. The campsite used to be completely on a separate, like it was in the Brisbane centre.
Yeah.
On the beach, and they used to have stages out there, and then everyone would go to where RMV is now, the main site, at night. You could camp out on that section.
Okay.
But the campground at the beach in Gisborne was a BYO premises, which really is crazy. Man.
That's dope.
Bro.
But they had stages in there, like Flume. I remember Flume played in the BW, the beach booking one, and we played there as well.
That's sick.
Yeah, and we played there on their last year, and they shut it down.
So imagine if they still had the BYO thing there.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking ridiculous.
It would be
That
ridiculous.
would be crazy.
Crazy.
It sort of
But
be like your you guys have that crate day, hey?
Crate Day, yeah, that's like probably New Zealand's most important national holiday.
Like, can you explain to everyone actually? For Brisbane, what it is? Because when I was there, I remember this guy was like, "Bro, are you sticking around for Crate Day?" And I'm like, what is? Like, I had no idea what it was.
Exactly, like that's a genuine question to ask. You don't ask someone if they're sticking around for fucking Queen's birthday.
Yeah.
No one cares about that. You ask someone like, and you probably would make that decision if you're really into Crate Day because you know it's going to be good. Yeah. But I think that like you got to take this explanation from someone who doesn't drink a whole lot.
Yeah.
And when I do drink, it's not fucking crates.
Like literally,
Crate bottles, long neck.
like,
bully,
yeah.
bully.
You guys like you go out and you buy alcohol by the crates.
Yeah.
Like that's but that's the premise behind Crate Day.
Crate Day, yeah, for sure.
And that's just their whole day is just drinking. Like
Pretty much
like our Australia Day, would you say?
It's like Australia Day, but probably less racist.
Way less racist.
No, Crate Day was made up by a radio station.
Oh,
And there's the 10 commandments of Crate Day that you have to follow.
Do you know them?
I don't know them, but...
Hang on.
This
Oh,
is
yeah,
it.
there we go. There's the commandments.
There we go. That was
Thou
quick.
shalt...
Adam,
Okay.
can you please read these out?
Yeah.
Damn.
In your most formal voice.
Yes.
Commandment number 1, thou shalt begin at midday.
Amen.
Commandment number 2, thou shalt listen to the Rock Crate Day Hundi.
Praise that.
What's that?
Yeah, can
The
you
Crate
translate
Day,
that?
The Crate Day Hundi. That I've never listened to it, but I'm guessing what it is. It's just the Rock is
It's like the hottest 100 of New Zealand.
the Rock is a radio station, and they are the ones who made up.
Okay, yeah.
Or
Great marketing.
yeah,
right there.
and it's really good marketing. So they have the Crate Day 100, which is probably just a countdown.
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
Triple J. Yeah.
That'd
Triple
be
J.
good for ad slots in there.
Oh, yeah.
Get
Yeah,
ads
100%.
Crate Day 100, crazy. So that's why they make these things. Anyway, thou shalt wear thy stubbies and thy singlet.
Okay, yeah.
We all know what
now
stubbies
now
are.
we're really getting to Australia Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just Australia Day.
Thou shalt support thy crate of origin. I can't remember what that means.
Creative origin.
Yeah.
Maybe
Is that
it's
the
like,
first bottler you went to.
or is it like maybe you have to buy the liquor, like where it originated from?
Or where you're from.
Yeah.
Where you're
Oh,
Yeah,
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 yeah.
I see. Yeah, so...
So for us, it would be 4X Gold.
Yeah, okay, I get you.
Like, yeah, so, yeah,
So it's
okay.
your
Anybody
hometown.
to
Yeah.
New South
What do
Wales
we
tours.
have, though?
Auckland
Oh,
is lime
Tui.
red.
We've got Tui, yes.
Oh yeah,
We've got Tui.
yeah. It's
Tui's-
a different
yeah,
Tui.
'cause-
Yeah, oh, okay.
Tui's I don't think it's their main brewery anymore, but the iconic brewery is like 10 minutes out of Palmy.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, true.
That's it, we do. That's so good that we've got that. And not something shit like Waikato's. Waikats.
Gee,
Don't at me.
Commandment number 5.
Commandment
Thou
number
shalt
5.
not toss any salad.
wow.
Yeah, sausages only, man.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
You're only allowed to toss sausages.
It's only meat.
Just straight meat.
Meat
Actually,
only.
talk about meat.
Adam
What-
knows what meat's like.
I've swallowed it.
Oh, okay.
You swallowed a
Swallowed
whole.
the
I'm
meat?
done.
Okay,
All
you're done.
meat.
He's
mouth.
done with the meat. Okay,
Meat to mouth ratio is not on.
Commandment number 6. Thou shalt respect thy neighbour.
that's a great one.
That's
Because I feel like that's a
given.
We don't do that.
We just skip that part. Yeah.
We just start
I
punching on each
think
other.
that means neighbor as in like the person next to you, not the actual next door neighbor, because that definitely isn't following at all. Come on, man.
Nice.
Commandment number 7. Thou only beef that shall attend National Crate Day is thy beef for thy barbecue.
Yeah, see, that's
just
another
keeping it
thing.
chill. That's just keeping it
That's
chill.
another
No
thing
beef.
in Australia. Like that can be overseen very, very quickly. The beef will become punches to the head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Commandment number 7.
The beef will become punches to the head. That sounds like a Bible verse in itself.
Well, I'm just trying to follow the commandments.
Yeah, you got to tenderize.
Okay, where are we up to?
Commandment number 8. Thou shalt look out for thy mates, even Dave.
Even Dave.
What's up with
Okay,
Dave?
so that is a reference to a drink driving ad.
Oh.
Okay, New Zealand has a really terrible drink driving culture, and we have a lot of really great ads, like really clever, funny ads that like sort of like touch on it and stuff, and like it's interesting. So if you type in that one.
Oh, wait.
So I believe this was part of a two-part. This was a two-part ad.
Oh, wow.
So the first part, in fact, you'll probably see it.
Oh, it's-
Gee.
There's legit 2 words in this whole ad.
won awards, didn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, and I have seen this, yeah.
Hey, man. Dave.
That hurts.
See, with those type of ads, it's like they get you. Like, they really, really get you. Like,
yeah, for sure.
and like it's definitely a great campaign.
Yeah.
Because it's like obviously like the purpose behind it is like it's meant to.
Yeah. Well, it's people will talk about them. The more engaging they make these ads, if people are just talking about it, then that's a step in the right direction.
Exactly.
But because people just started calling people Dave for no reason,
Really.
and nobody wants to be Dave.
No.
Wow.
That's
Imagine-
why.
That's
That's
a
why it
culture.
says, "Thou shalt look out for thy mates, even Dave."
Imagine like the actor who
Like
plays
imagine
now.
like someone
Oh,
someone
he
saying,
copied on
"Oh
Australia.
yeah,
Why'd you do that?
The only thing I ever saw from him after that was a parody of that ad. In fact, no, it was a parody done by Jonah and Ben and Guy Williams of all drinking ads in New Zealand.
Oh wow!
And yeah, but
he was in it. He made a cameo. Appearance.
Yeah, he just played the same person.
No one wants to hire Dave.
Maybe he doesn't need it.
They even touch on that. They in the drink driving parody ad, they talk about like how if you're in one, you'll only ever be known as that guy from the ad.
Yeah, and it's not like they're gonna you're gonna pass the torch real quickly because it's like one of those ads was sticking around for 5-6 years.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe even longer. But what was the last commandment?
What do we got?
No, we're up to 9.
Oh,
Don't let the sun get thy best of you and your provisions.
yeah, that's fair enough.
Don't let the beer go hot.
I was thinking.
I think so. I think that's maybe what that means. I don't know.
Because it's definitely not hot.
Might
in New
mean
Zealand.
wear sunscreen, stay hydrated. I don't know.
I don't know what the provisions. Wouldn't that be the beer?
Probably.
Or the beef, I guess. Don't let the beef go off.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Don't let thy beef turn to merely punches in the head.
Okay, number
Commandment
10.
number 10, thou shalt always keep rules 1 to 9 top of mind to ensure we continue the Rock National Crate Day legacy for centuries to come.
See, they really pushing the
Great
Rock
marketing.
Nation. Like they're really doing.
They
it.
scored
Yeah, man.
with that, didn't they?
Yeah,
They
they
just
really
made it a
did.
national
It
holiday.
stuck, man.
Yeah.
It really stuck.
It really did.
crazy.
I mean, that's awesome. Crate Day. I mean, I would love to just be. Where I saw it really pop off the Johnny Danger. When he did like a Crate Day and like they all went to the river and stuff and they all like floated down the river. That's when I was like, oh, this must be a big deal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I think people do crate days like on a river, on a raft and shit like that.
Yeah.
That shit's funny.
Yeah, nice.
They're actually university the university in Palmerston North used to put on this event. Like the student association put on this event like every year. You would build a raft and like race it down the gorge. Like it was a pretty dangerous body of water as well. Like, and you're putting like these drunk students on like barrels and stuff like that, and they have to race to the
What
other
the
end of
heck?
gorge.
And no one's like drowned or anything yet?
Maybe someone did, but they don't do it anymore.
Oh,
They don't do it anymore.
yeah. No, that's fair enough. Bro,
That's all
so
good things.
just back to with Adela.
Yeah,
Bro, do we have
fun?
sorry?
Nah, that's right. I forgot we were talking about that.
Oh yeah. What's this?
Oh yeah, this was
You played Spark Arena.
yeah, we played at iHouse.
Wow.
That was good fun. I believe I missed the flight for that as well and had to get the next flight. But I blamed it on my employer, and then they covered it, which was all good.
Lovely. So with this, bro, I think I saw that you achieved 1 million streams.
Yeah. On song.
I'm trying to think of which song it was.
It would have been Temporary Love.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. 1 million streams on
Bro, look at Rory. Look at young
Rory's-
Eagles. You just look the same.
No, I've had that same beard for forever.
Now Rory these days is rocking the beard too.
Yeah, he's Rory's going hard on the bed now for sure.
Yeah. So how did that feel, man? Kicking off the 1 million stream tick.
That was cool, man. Like when we hit 1 million streams, it came at a really cool time because at the same time, at the very same night, you know, like almost within the same hour, Mikey went did 1 million streams as well.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
on
awesome.
Sunday. Yeah.
that's a
So-
conspiracy, I reckon.
Yeah.
You're all there. Just like,
Play, refresh.
So
play.
yeah, we were at the house, and me, Rory, and Mike were just like, let's celebrate. Like, you know, it's dope. We've hit 1 million streams. Like both of us. Albeit Sonda did it in much faster time than what we did it in, but you know, 1 million streams is 1 million streams. You know,
Yeah,
it's-
of
it's a
course.
check.
It's like, I feel like people still like, we were saying this with Ezra, like people overlook that, you know, like Chris Brown is doing 100,
Yeah.
500
That's
million,
crazy,
which is
yeah.
crazy. But it's
Yeah.
like, man, 1 million is still a huge like thing.
Huge
Yeah, for
achievement.
sure.
Still
For
a
sure.
huge thing.
Even consistently doing like 100,000 is
Yeah.
good. You know.
Yeah. And yeah, it is very hard these days, like to compete with like songs. Like there's like how many songs getting uploaded to Spotify? Like
Yeah.
6,000 songs
Yeah.
every day. So it's like it's always hard to compete with all those streams. But like cracking
sure.
1 million, and yeah, as you said, yeah,
Yeah.
doing 100,000 is just like that's a huge feat
Yeah.
in itself.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, that's market saturation is something that I have actually been thinking about recently with music, and if more songs actually means it's harder to get exposure, so more songs being available for people to listen to, does that actually mean that it's harder for you to get exposure? I don't know if it is, but I still haven't made up my mind on that yet.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. It's like
the economics behind it are a bit different to let's say something like more plumbing businesses in a certain area makes it harder for you as your plumbing business to get exposure.
Sure. Yeah. But in
like,
music,
I don't think that translates over to music.
Not really. I wouldn't think so.
Because I think it's the music and like streaming is so accessible that by a click of a button, you've already supporting one artist.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think, I reckon the best way to get the best out of it is just how you market the song.
Yeah, for sure.
So you can always be in people's DMs and be like, yo, listen to my song. That's all good.
We'll be targeting certain audiences and stuff like
sure.
that. And, you know, what you think the song, like what kind of people would listen to that song, or what you think the market for your song or you as an artist is. You know, you've got people like, you know, you'd have someone like a fucking Neil Diamond who wouldn't be necessarily been targeting his posts to like fucking 18 to 25-year-olds.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, he might. He might.
Well do, you know, like
you might hear him on a country trap song soon.
I think country even before, like I don't really consider like the whole like Lil Nas X stuff and that came after it to be country.
Nah, not at all.
It's hip hop. It's cool.
Yeah,
It's cool, but it's not country.
Nah.
Well, that's my opinion on it. It might be country. I don't know, but country is still a very, very profitable. I think it's like one of the most profitable genres of music in America.
Oh, definitely.
Like more than rap, like more than hip hop.
Was it the country awards are bigger than the Grammys, right? Like that's the pool.
Probably. Yeah,
like,
yeah. I would say they would be.
Country's I think the audience that watch the country awards are like it's a much larger audience than the Grammys. Apparently,
okay. Yeah.
Maybe that was a stat a couple of years ago.
I would believe that.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's just a huge community. Like
for sure.
What's so embedded in the culture, you know?
Yeah.
Justin Bieber is at the top of the country charts right now.
Yes, he would be. Is that song country?
Kind of.
Dan and Shay, probably a country artist.
It's probably more country.
That's
than
probably what it is.
song.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that was the whole?
Oh, that's
country. That's honey country.
Yeah.
I mean, like, remember how the country community was so ruthless with
Lil Nas X.
Yeah, that they were like, no, this can't be country. So then you know. I don't know who it was. They decided to put it in the hip hop, and then they jumped. Yeah, then they got the remix, and that become the country number one.
Yeah,
it was just like
that whole situation was crazy, man. Because like Billboard decided that Old Town Road wasn't didn't belong in the country charts, which was interesting. You can't take him off it though. You can't just do that.
I reckon he benefited twice.
Oh no, he 100%.
Like,
yeah, for sure.
I think like
for sure.
he would have out of that commotion.
It
would have been just like he would have been like, oh fine, that's all good.
Yeah,
I've already got a remix coming out.
That made it way bigger. Way bigger, and which was dope. And then I think Lil Nas X is probably maybe the first artist ever to have his song at number one, and then the remix to his song the remix at number one, and might have been the original song at number one and the remix at number two at the same time.
It went diamond.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
So like he's
so many sales.
That song went number one for like how many weeks? But it became the number
16.
It was like the number one,
longest
running single ever. That's past the Beatles. That's past Michael Jackson.
It wasn't even the Beatles or Michael Jackson that had the other ones. That the longest running one was Boyz II Men.
Oh wow!
Boyz II Men and Mariah Carey.
True.
I think it was because I remember Mariah Carey. I think it was Mariah Carey tweeted at Lil Nas X like congratulating him and stuff.
Oh wow, she would have been so salty.
Like congratulating him, but like tiding hate mail, like fuck you.
Like I reckon like she would have been like obviously Mariah Carey is obviously way past like her prime, but she would have been like, you know what, I'm comfortable that no one's gonna beat that one.
but who was number one every Christmas? You know?
Michael Bublé.
Oh nah, Mariah Carey for sure.
Yeah,
but I think Michael Bublé is probably defrosting at the moment. What's this? End of October?
No, I heard that he's done. He just retired.
No,
I actually
he's
heard
doing
him.
a show. He's doing a show in
Oh, what a liar!
he's doing like 3 shows in Australia.
He's doing the John Farnham. Is it John Farnham?
I don't know. I'm not familiar with that artist.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh,
I
fair
think. Oh no, I know the name, but no, Mariah Carey, like she's always in the charts every Christmas for that. All I Want for Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And that song is the most Christmassy Christmas song ever. It's interesting that like think of another Christmas song that is popular and has stuck every year.
Yeah.
That came out, after the 90s.
Nothing.
None.
Except for hers.
Everything is like hers is even late as like all the other Christmas songs are written like the 50s and 60s. And then Mariah Carey comes out like with this song in the 90s. I think it was the 90s.
Yeah,
It would have been like
sounds-
early 90s.
It definitely
Would've been early
sounds
90s.
early
And then
90s.
it stuck. No other. Yeah. No
90
other.
94.
Yeah, well.
94. Yeah.
Great year.
See, like,
Hit Factory. Cool.
yeah, maybe that's the thing because Christmas is always reoccurring. So just jack up like one good Christmas anthem.
Yeah, but other artists every year will make Christmas songs and they will never stick.
Yeah, it just
and
never
they will never
sticks.
chart.
That's why they've all covered from the look of this. They've all done.
They've just covered her one air.
Yeah.
That's fucking.
There's Michael
That's
Bublé
crap.
again.
He's actually back in February.
Yeah, February. That's when it's happening.
2020.
Going at him?
Yeah, of course. Bro.
I'll go watch that. I'll go watch
Do you
that.
know how
That
many
dude is
middle-aged women there'll be there just frothing?
hard.
It's what a place to pick up. Where did you meet? At a Michael Bublé concert.
If you want to pick up fucking middle-aged woman, just
Go to Michael Bublé concert.
go to Michael Bublé or like someone
Brisbane
like Pink.
Entertainment Centre, 4th of February.
Yeah, go to Brisbane Entertainment Centre.
Oh shit.
Bro, so okay, let's take a massive detour here. Not recently, maybe a couple of years ago now, but you told me a story that you and your brothers
What is this?
somehow managed to shut down a whole street and do a huge performance just because of one phone call that you just threw up in the air. So can you please...
You know how to weasel your
Yeah.
way into
Can
getting
you
the-
please
getting the
explain
government-
to me how you had hundreds of people on the street and getting complete...
Let's start from the start.
Yeah,
bro.
let's go back.
This is a great story.
This is a great
story.
Okay, let me just grab some of this.
Ice water.
Oh, yeah.
You got to work
Crystal
for it, bro.
Peak.
Crystal Peak.
You got to work for it.
Yeah, so Mikey has, we've worked with him as an artist for a really long time. And he had just released his EP. He was due to release his EP, M&O, which was dope. Super, super dope. And we wanted to do like a release party, like with the band and, have him perform all the songs on the tape and stuff like that. And we got the word out and the event itself was like looking like it was going to be really dope. And, like a lot of people were really interested in coming and supporting Mike. Because we just did the show in our hometown, which is like the coolest place to do a show. Have all your friends and family come out.
Yeah,
everyone's
for
vibing.
sure.
Yeah.
And then so we're getting Cam to play keys. So we're going to do it like with a band. We're getting Cam to play keys and be the MD for the show.
Yep.
And we're going to get Jed McIntosh, who's another artist from Melbourne.
Great drummer.
Really, really amazing drummer. That dude can chop out. He's crazy. He's toured with some cool acts. He's worked with some really cool people. And yeah, he's just a all-around good guy. Really great drummer. Funny dude. And so him and Cam flew over to New Zealand, came to Palmerston North. And I think while Cam was in Melbourne before he had actually got there, because they were flying in the day before the show. And then so the day before the show they were going to practice all the songs, learn all of them, and then perform them the next night.
Wow.
Which is actually quite a lot of time in advance, one day before, because normally it would be like an hour before the show. But yeah, so when Cam was in Melbourne, I think it was, before he flew to New Zealand, we were talking about doing a pop-up show, just, on the street or something like that. And then, yeah, we decided that we wanted to do that and just have Cam play keys and Jed play drums outside just while everyone's like clubbing and stuff like that. And yeah, so we had that idea in mind. The main thing I was sort of looking for was like, right, we need someone to plug in like power, because we've got, you know, like keyboard and stuff. We'll have a mic and speakers and all that sort of shit. So I was just looking at some clubs and stuff. I was like, oh, maybe they'll let us use power, or I don't know. Ended up calling a bakery that was on that same street across the road from like the main club at the time. And they're always open till like 4 in the morning because they get all of the drunk people from the clubs and they come buy pies and like that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, I called them talking about like the idea that we had, and we want to do a pop-up show, and was saying like we'll post you guys up, and the following, like they've got a big following, so they don't really have a big following, but yeah. And he was kind of keen on the idea, and then he said he'll call me back later. I got a call back from later, and they're like, yeah, we're keen.
Sweet.
Yeah, so we had the power sorted out, which is dope. Now we can plug up and play and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But we didn't have permission yet. So we didn't have permission from the council or anyone like that to be able to actually do it. Because I think anyone can bus, but you can't bus with power.
No,
you can't plug in and do shit. Like
you still need a permit to bus.
You need a permit to. I think maybe this town was kind of a small town, so I don't know if they had the. I know in places like Sydney and stuff, Melbourne, you need an audition, you have time slots, and it's pretty crazy. But yeah, so I was talking to one of my mates who actually worked at the council, and was just chatting with him about the idea. He wasn't like anyone that could, you know, arrange it. He couldn't arrange it or anything. Like, this was the day of. I was like, "You're going to be allowed to do this?" He's like, "Oh, I don't know. Like, the council's pretty strict on that sort of stuff these days." And I was like, "I'll sort it out." And then so I called the police. Not on the 111 like emergency line. No, so I called the police station, like their like events sort of like traffic control department thing. And I was just saying that I was from the council. I won't say who I said I was, but it was someone that if they checked it out, it would look legit. And yeah, so I called them and said, "Hey, just making sure everything's all go for the event on Main Street tonight." Like, what event? I was saying, there was a pop-up show that we were trying to arrange a traffic control with you guys a few months ago. It shouldn't be anything crazy, like maybe just like, and then they were talking like, we'll have some people around the area anyway, so it should be all right. I was like, sweet. And then I called the council, pretending to be someone from the police station. I won't say who. But yeah. And then just let them know that it was going down, and it was good because the lady I was talking to, they're like, "Oh, bloody Kevin, he never tells me these things." I was like, "Well, yeah, that's Kev." But yeah, and then that lady, it's actually interesting because when it was happening, that lady from the council actually came down at like 2 in the morning, and she was like, "This is really great. This is really, really great. This is what the city needs more of." But so what we got fake permission from both sides to do this thing, and it would have caused a lot of confusion if they found out what was actually going on. So we set up, and while we were setting up, a cop came over to us and just checking in and saying hey and stuff like that, just making sure we're all good. And and then we set up the drum kit and we set up the keys, and they were pretty much just had a phone, aux cord into the mix, just playing music, and they were just sort of playing along with it, you know, playing drums, and Cam was like doing like some crazy shit on the keys and stuff. And like we thought it was pretty cool, but no one was really around. Like, you know, we just set up on the street. No one was like really around us. People just walk past and stuff like that. They'll stop for a second and walk off. But this night was interesting because our city introduced these lockout laws that kicked in at like 2 a.m. instead of 3 a.m. So it got to maybe like 1:30, I want to say 1:30 a.m. Jed's like cold as fuck. It's like -1 degree. That dude's just come from like Melbourne. which actually does kind of get cold, but he was cold. And then we're like, fuck, no one's up. Should we just pack this up and go home?
Yeah.
And I think it was Cam who was like, nah, we'll chill for a bit. Like, we'll just keep playing for a bit. And sure enough, at 2 a.m. when those clubs shut, everybody in town was around like us because we were the only club open.
The bakery would have been loving
the bakery raked in. So like the bakery dude like came out and like fucking like thanked us and stuff. And he was talking to me like, we need to do this again. Like, we should make this like a regular thing. I was like, talk to Kev, he'll arrange it.
Kev will hook you up.
Kev will sort you out. But yeah, no, it's like the police, more and more police came. And I think they thought they were supposed to be there. Like, they didn't shut it down or anything.
Amazing.
They were directing traffic because there were so many people on the road. They were just directing traffic to like round this other way to like so you couldn't like come through.
So they're just blocking off the street.
Yeah, they were just blocking off the street. I think you had to drive through like this bus stop to actually be able to get around. So like all these taxis and stuff that would normally be picking people up were driving through this like.
There is actually footage of this, right?
There is footage, I believe. Yeah, there's
Is it on YouTube?
I think it's on maybe I'll try to find it and then I'll tell you where it is.
Because I have seen like shots of it and like it looks crazy. Like there's people everywhere. Yeah. There's cars going everywhere. Police. I think it's on your Facebook page, right?
I don't think it's on mine. It's on one of our pages though. I'm just trying to find which one it would be.
Yeah,
but bro, like music group one.
Like pulling off that, man. Like, how are you feeling? Like, just being like, yo,
it was funny.
Like, it actually worked
because a couple of my mates were with me while we were at the house, like when I was organizing it, and like they were just cracking up in the lounge while I was like talking on the phone. Like, yeah.
Have you done this many? Like, it sounds like you've done this a couple times. Like,
not like this exact like specific thing, but like. Cam's really good at it. Cam's really good at it. So it's just having, just talking to people and, like
knowing what you're going to say.
Yeah. So if you go onto 5 a.m., both has like the words on Facebook, and then go into the because it's like the page photo is like an F with an A hidden in the negative space of the design.
Because like
we get into festivals and stuff. I've never bought a festival ticket or
like
anything like that.
Well, I mean, I've seen some Instagram story posts that you put up, and you and your brother have somehow got like a Channel 7 like name badge somehow. Like,
oh yeah,
like
we didn't actually end up needing those, but I used them a couple of times afterwards. We didn't end up needing them for that shoot, but yeah, I was shooting a music video in Melbourne, and we were shooting at this one of the locations was this like really historic hotel. I think it was probably like the first hotel in Melbourne. Well, it was a really old fucking building.
Yeah.
The inside of it looked like fucking Titanic or some shit like that. It was crazy. It was old, and they had like strict like no filming fucking policy thing there.
Wow.
And then I think the idea that we had was like if we go on and we say we're from Channel 7 and we're just like making a news piece on like the importance of like heritage buildings or something like that, like that would be cool with it. And then we ended up mostly filming in the room and in the hallway anyway, so they didn't really see us, so it was all good. But I still have the name badge somewhere. It's
just that was dope. Like like you coming up with those like scenarios, and I think like still in that's pretty creative in itself, man.
Yeah,
like
for sure. Yeah,
coming up like I think people. Okay, I reckon
always try your luck.
Yeah, I reckon people like push the envelope until like obviously don't get arrested and whatnot and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
You've got to try. I reckon that's the best way.
Just always try it. If you don't have a ticket to like get in somewhere, a festival, not like a flight or anything like that, don't do that. I do not
airports
condone
yeah,
that.
no.
Festivals are easy to get into.
I've seen
because nobody ever knows what's happening. Nobody ever knows what they're supposed to be doing.
Too big.
So tell me,
there's way too much stuff going on. Way too many moving parts for. Like,
so what's the best thing that you've done going into a festival? Like have you had camera gear with you?
Yeah,
because that's a given.
Camera gear.
Oh,
always
sweet!
works.
You must be in part of this.
Yeah.
Go straight through. Yeah.
And if you know kind of what to say, if you're in the right area of like what to say, then knowing someone who's already there helps as well. It doesn't have to be someone like working at the gate. Like if you know another photographer there, just say, "Yo, who have you been like emailing like?"
Oh, yes.
Who's the person who's running the show? Oh, it's Chris. All right, sweet. And so you go to the gate, and then they'll be like, you'd be need to click my
Credentials.
my credentials.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, yeah, can you show us your confirmation? I was like, oh, I didn't get it. Chris just told me to come here, and you guys would sort it out. And then like, it's no question.
Yeah.
As soon as you know these people sitting at the table don't care.
Yeah.
They're not like, you will never pass into my festival. You know, like they don't care, man. Like it's
Just get
They're
it.
trying to get
nobody
it
really
sorted
cares.
so
You're
they
not,
don't
you're not
get in
hurting
trouble.
anyone. You're just chilling.
What'd you say?
They're trying to get it sorted so they don't get in trouble for
Exactly.
not letting
Yeah,
people
sure.
in.
There's been times where like you kind of want to do those ones where you want to like not like threaten anyone, but be like, do you know who I am? Even if you're nobody.
Give it a go.
Yeah.
If you have a clipboard, you can be anyone.
Listen,
Yeah.
if you had a backpack,
Or like if you're walking into a walk in
Yeah.
with a clipboard just through the main gate that everyone's walking through, and the security fucking like, hey, come back here. You just walk past them. Like, that's why I hired you, mate.
good work. But like you know, I've done this many times. Like just walking into clubs with a backpack on, even
Yeah.
though I'm not playing in that club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll be like, "Oh yeah, you must be doing something."
Would you do that like if you weren't playing anywhere that night? Would you
Nah,
sometimes would
nah,
you just
nah,
if there was someone playing at that
Yeah,
club that
if
you wanted to see, you'd be like, I'm just gonna go out with my backpack.
oh
I haven't done that.
You haven't done that.
But you've done it like when you've played some, you've already had your backpack
yes,
on.
yeah. It's always been like, oh yeah, well I'll go say hi to Noi down the Met.
Yeah, for sure.
When we're playing at Biscuit Factory,
Yeah.
or maybe when we're going to watch an artist play at Family and we're already at the Met, you know, like
Yeah.
all that type of stuff. Like,
For sure.
yeah, people just
Works a treat.
with the backpack, they just assume that's like it's just a higher power.
Yeah.
Like they're
Yeah.
just like straight through. Yeah. Quick, get in. Like I've done the old like there's a big ass line. Like I've done the whole hey I'm on at like 5.
Get in
And
real
they're
quick.
like, yeah,
Show
So
them
I've-
show them the headphones. USB.
yeah.
Don't, man.
Just quick, yeah, bang,
For
done.
the most part, those people don't care anyway. They
Nah.
take,
Yeah.
take one look at you and this guy's not causing any trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about Jaden.
But
I do get bomb checked every time I go.
he
to
gets bomb
airplanes.
checked like a
You guys
hard
get bomb
time.
checks at clubs here?
No,
Oh,
not at clubs, but at airports.
Yeah, I'm hit and miss with bomb checks. I got a very extensive one when I was
Extensive or internal?
I've got a very internal one.
very romantic. I got a very romantic one. Good
job.
recently.
I want to hear about that one. That sounds
No,
alright.
no, I got a.
Which
They
line do you
went-
have to stand in for
They
that
went
one?
through all of my shit. It's crazy. Normally, it's just the
Yeah.
put your shoes, tap your bag and stuff.
Did
That was-
did he put it in the machine and he was sort of waiting for a while? Or were you like,
Well,
oh,
yeah. So I had I walked through. I put all my shit on the in the trays, and I walked through the thing. No beep. This guy tells me to come back, grab my sunglasses out of the tray, and walk through with them. I was like, the middle. Ooh. And I had no idea what he was saying, but he was like, no, you need to walk through with them. I was like, what the hell? Pick them up, walk through. Sure enough, things fucking beeping. And then the lady in front of me is like, oh, what have you got on you? I was like, my sunglasses. She's like, you need to go put them back in the tray. And then I put those in the tray. I quickly checked my pockets to see if I had anything else in there. And I had something else. I can't remember what it was. I think it was like some like rolling papers or something. Just like, just normal papers. I put those in the tray. She's like, oh, you had some papers. Oh, yeah, they've got a foil in them, so they'll beep when you walk through. I literally walked through, like, this is my third time walking through.
oh man! I mean, Jaden,
And then directly after that, the guy went through my whole bag and was doing this one. I'm like, what is all of this about? Man?
Jaden's had some pretty bad luck.
Tell us.
tell you
Us. What's because I've had some
Legit every time.
bad
And I'm like,
experiences,
oh bro, I'll go first. Like they'll probably get me. Jaden always.
Oh, you've just got
Always.
bad luck with
Yeah,
they'll always
every
check
time.
you?
Every time, man. I don't
Well-
know. Every time. I think it was wherever we went last was the only time that we've
Oh,
gone
yeah.
somewhere, and I didn't get checked
Yeah.
on the way
That was
out and way in.
Literally the first
Because
time.
you guys do like a bit of like traveling for like the DimesCast, like shows all over the place.
Yeah.
So what's your process? Like, do you ever miss flights?
Oh, let's not talk about that because
It's-
there's another one in the room, dude.
Anytime I miss a flight, people act like it's like a fucking anomaly. Like that shit just happens like, all the time.
So
like,
we were out shooting in Sydney.
Yeah.
With Adam, and we were just dicking around, just getting shots, whatever.
Taking photos.
I'm pretty sure I quote.
Plenty of
It was
time, guys.
me quoting. Yeah, we got ages. Yeah, we got plenty of time. Let's go get a feed before we get on the plane. That's me quoting it.
This is back when me and Emma just never used to check in online. So we just get there an hour early, whatever. So we get there.
Got the minute
We got
early.
there, and we're walking through the door, and we're flying with Jetstar, and they called over the speaker.
Yeah.
They were like, "Yep, so your flight, blah 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 blah. Check-in is now closed." This is as we're walking up to the desk. So I'm like, surely they're not gonna be dicks about this. Sure enough, we get to the desk, and I'm like, yeah, we're here now. Like, I know the thing just came. It's like we're here, surely. And then they're like, oh, so the next flight is at 7, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, what? I'm like, you just announced it. Like, surely you can not do this to us and just let us on this plane.
And how many times did you hit it with a surely though?
Jaden just went. He just went mute and then walked away.
So then Adam was with us, and Adam checked in early, and then Adam pipes up.
This is what got me.
Adam pipes up and goes, "Oh, I've checked in. Am I allowed to go?" And she goes, "Yeah, no, you're right, sir. You can just take over there, just go to security, and then you'll head right to your flight right there."
And we're just.
And I'm like, Emmett, deal with this right now. And I walked off.
Jaden went to the corner, and he was just pacing back and forth, and I'm just like talking to this. I was like, "Is there anything we could do?" She's like, "Unfortunately,
so you're more convincing. If I was a person working at a Jetstar check-in counter and you're doing the surely, and you're like, is there anything we can do to make this happen?
And then she's like, no, she's like, all the information is gone. She's like, I actually can't get anything back. I was like, all right.
I was so angry because like. Surely, like it's not.
Surely,
surely, not that bad.
If you say surely more than I think it's 5 times, I'm legally obligated to do
Bro.
But anyway, they charged. What was it? $200?
No, it was $50 each.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it wasn't like.
But to go on, to continue on with this story, we walk in through security. We keep going. We go over to the gate.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm getting us on this fucking
No,
flight.
Jaden turns to me, he's like, bro, we're getting on this plane now. Like, I don't care, we're getting on this plane. I was
So,
like, bro.
so we try to line up, and then we just try like get on the plane. They obviously don't let us on the plane.
Yeah, she's like, we're all lining up, and then it gets to us, and then she's like, so, what are you guys doing? She's like, and Jane's like, oh yeah, we're meant to be on this plane, but like, you know, we missed check-in. Oh, this is all good. And she's like, oh, okay, unfortunately I can't do anything for you. And we're like, okay, all good. And bro, the worst thing was this guy's messaging us, being like,
I'm on the plane.
He's like, yeah, like I think the plane's late.
Yeah, so we sat down at this window.
Yep.
And we just like chilled and worked on music, and we watched the plane for an hour. Sit there.
Yep.
Legit, it just sat there for
an hour.
And we're just like, why?
We had to wait 5 hours for our next plane.
In that hour,
They sold their seats for sure. That plane was full.
Yeah,
that's what you reckon.
Oh yeah.
I reckon that's why it was stalled. They were trying to sell your tickets.
For sure.
They did it successfully.
Yeah.
Well, they always overbook flights.
Especially in America.
Yeah. There's an actual term for it, right? Can't remember what it's called. I guess it's just overbooking.
Yeah.
But like, do you guys remember that video of that Chinese doctor who got dragged out of his seat?
What?
Yeah.
He had booked a seat on this like Delta
American,
Airlines.
yeah.
It was like Delta or American or something like that. And he had been dragged by like US air marshals. He's been dragged out of the seat that he had a ticket for, that he paid for. So I think a like flight attendant could sit in it. Here we go.
Oh yeah.
This is crazy, man.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, he sued them.
Yeah.
I don't know if he won though.
I mean, he probably would have won on 1 grounds of like assault.
So this is interesting because this doctor, whenever something like this happens, someone's doing background research to get everyone involved. Even if it's just little like internet detectives and stuff like that. They always find stuff. This doctor had some interesting legal problems in his past, which only allowed him to practice his his work. I can't remember what sort of like doctor work it is, but he was only allowed to do his work for like a few days a week. So he really needed to be on that flight going home to be able to work for those like few days a week.
Yeah, true.
But I think that's one of the angles they pushed in the court case.
Yeah.
And he must have got fucking.
Yeah,
they probably
hell of
settled out
money.
of court. Like
yeah.
the
for sure.
execs at Delta or whatever airlines that is would have seen that and be like, we are fucked.
Yeah, that's I mean,
No one's in the right there, man.
No.
Come on.
I hate those videos, the flight videos. Oh yeah, that's all good. I was gonna say, I think Jaden also. I mean, we've also had like pretty interesting like interactions with like Tiger, like always like overcharging like luggage and stuff like that.
I never check my bag.
Bro, and we've
ever.
never
I never pay for it. Fuck that.
We've never honestly been like pulled aside into a different line and like you have to weigh your bag and stuff. And then people be like, oh, so all right, this is the full story. We're waiting to get on a plane to Sydney, and we see all these people lining up and they're weighing bags. Like, oh, Jaden,
And they get little tags and stuff.
yeah, it's like, oh, bro, look, they're gonna weigh our bags, and then Jaden's like, oh no, we should be right. We'll just combine weight. So I was like, oh yeah, sweet. Oh yeah, we're traveling together, so we get combined weight. It's all good. So we start walking up there. Jaden weighs his bag, and then I weigh my bag, and then she looks at Jaden. She's like, yeah, so that's you're gonna have to pay. How much was it?
Like $38.
Yeah, that would be $38 today. And Jaden's like, what do you mean? We're traveling together. She's like, oh, you're actually like 5 kilos over or something.
Were you actually 5 kilos over?
Yeah, we were.
We're
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
over.
Okay.
Yeah.
We were pretty over combined.
Yeah.
And then and bro, so Jaden was just instantly just like, I don't want to talk to you. And then she's just trying to talk to him nicely.
She was like stealing my money off, taking my money off me, and trying to have a conversation with me at the same time. Like, so how's your day been? Like,
Yeah, like why would
obviously
okay.
not good. You're taking money from me. What do you want me?
Yeah.
So then on the way back, me and him, the whole trip, I'm like, how am I getting? And we went to Culture Kings to get some more clothes.
How
and
much
stuff.
we spent like $400
Oh,
there.
I went on a spree.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
And then coming back, I'm like, I'm so fucked. Like, how are we getting around these? If they weigh me again, we're screwed.
Well, lucky for you boys, and for the DimesCast listeners, I have found a loophole in Tiger's system which allows you to get Cabin Plus for free.
Wow.
We
Hang on, really? Really?
This guy's taking his notes, eh?
Shout out to JX. If you guys didn't know, JX is in the building. Shout out to that guy.
Let's go.
But yeah, I was gonna say. So we actually finessed that.
Okay, yeah. So what did you guys? So, did you pay the $38?
I paid the one there. So on the one there I paid because I didn't really have much of a choice. They pulled me up. They got me.
Yeah.
On the way back.
So even after that one, you went and did your spree at Culture King.
Yeah.
And then you
I
still
was-
didn't think.
No.
We did. We knew.
We knew. We knew it was going to happen. I was like, I'll just if it happens, it happens. But I was like, I want to try and get back without paying, obviously.
Yeah.
So we sat down at this chair and we just were scoping the area, waiting to see if they brought the scales out.
Yeah, for sure.
To weigh
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
And then they brought the scales out, and I'm like, all right, we're fucked.
Like, damn it.
All right, so I need to somehow. They're only doing the economy line, I guess.
Yeah.
And they weren't doing like the plus one where you get walked through. And I'm like, we need to get in that line. So I've just fucking walked straight up and just stood in there with him. And I'm like, just chill. Anyway, so we've like walking up with the people, and the dude that's weighing people is right next to me, just looking at me. He was sometimes asking to check people's tickets before you walk in that line, just staring at me. He's right here, just looking at me.
Bro, he was like breathing down our necks.
Dead set. And I'm just like on my phone, and I just walk forward. And I'm like, the next obstacle is the people that are checking the tickets. How am I going to get through there? No, just grab my ticket, scanned it, see you later.
Okay, man.
And I'm like, well, I'm doing this every time. And then I'm waiting in the cab, the whatever you call it, the alleyway thing to get you under the plane. And waiting. It's been like 5 minutes go past. I'm like, where the fuck is Emmett?
So what I've done is I went to scan my phone thing, and I've accidentally hit Jaden's ticket instead of mine, just by panic, because I was like, oh yeah, dang, bang, done. And then I showed her, and she's like, this ticket's already been scanned. I was like, oh no. And I was like, how is it already scanned? She's like, do you have your license on you? I'm like, yeah, sweet. And I gave her my license, and she like looked it up. She just printed me out a whole new ticket. So I was like, oh, sweet. And she's like, yeah, sweet, go through. I'm like, oh, thank goodness.
Crap.
Yeah, I was just oh, wow. Like, we're just going to do this every single time?
Yeah, for sure. I think recently I saw put up a status on Facebook. I never really put up statuses on Facebook, but I put out recently that said boarding groups are a myth. Just walk. I think it was like something like that. Like just walk on whenever you want.
Yeah.
something to that tone or something like that. But yeah, no, I had a similar experience flying with Tiger to, where was it? Yeah, there it is. just walk in whenever you want, straight up. I was flying with, I believe, Tiger from Sydney to Brisbane a while ago, and I saw that they were doing the bag weighing thing.
Yeah.
And they weigh the bag and they put a little tag on it or something like that. And I saw that, I'm like, I'm definitely well over this weight. And then I just decided I'm just not going to go in that line.
Yeah.
I'm just going to walk on when everyone else starts walking on.
Yeah.
And you just walk on.
Yeah, it's like
Someone
I wish I'd
with that way, someone might pull you out of the line and be like, "Hey, you haven't got a tag.
Yeah.
You go get your thing weighed." But I've done it like a couple of times and it has never happened. But I have found this loophole in a Tiger's system, like in their actual like website. That it's a feature that's broken. It's like a glitch in their website that gets you this. It does actually involve like talking to someone as well.
Yeah.
But it's worked. With that being said, I have only done this once, but I can see that it would work every time. Okay, so what you got to do?
Here we go.
Okay, so you get your ticket. You're flying with Tiger.
Everyone gather around.
Unfortunately, you've decided to fly with Tiger too. And when you go to manage my booking, right, and that allows you to add different sort of like baggage packages and stuff like that. You can do Cabin Plus, which gets you like 12 kgs. Or you can do like the $50 option, which gets you like, I don't know, fucking 15 kgs or something like that.
Yeah.
So you do that. You select like Cabin Plus or something like that, and you go to the pay section, right? Don't type in your details or anything like that, and just then cancel it. All right, and then don't check in. All right, then you go check in again, okay, just to make sure it's worked, and then don't select any baggage, right? Then what you got to do is you go next to the final check-in screen. You'll go to check-in, and it will refresh back to the start.
Oh wow!
And it won't let you check in at all. It's a little glitch, and I've tried it multiple times.
Yeah.
And it just goes to the start. It goes back to the start of the check-in process. So then you go to the gate, and you talk to them. And you say, "Hey, I'm like," you show them like I'm trying to check in. Like you can go through your phone and show them like this is me putting the details. Check in, nothing happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they'll bring up your ticket, and they'll be like, "You've got a baggage thing on here that hasn't been paid for."
Yeah.
And then you just say, "Oh, I didn't do that. I don't want it."
Oh.
And then they'll just check you in from there. But the baggage will stay on the extra baggage will stay on your booking.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's
So when I was talking to this, I didn't know that was going to happen, but I knew that I had to talk to this lady to be able to check in because I genuinely didn't know why it wasn't working on my phone. And so I went over to the lady at the gate counter, not the main counter. I think they got more of a setup there where they can change all the settings and all that sort of shit. But at the gate counter, I'm sure they've just got like a little computer and just, all right, sweet.
Yeah.
So I left my bags. I just had my backpack, and I left my other bag just at the seat, kind of around the corner. Australian airports are fine. You can just leave your shit lying around.
Yeah.
They're more concerned about that than people walking around stealing shit.
Yeah.
So and then the lady asked me, "Okay, so we'll just check you in from here. Is this the only bag you're traveling with?" I was like, "Yeah." I think she just determined by looking at it that it wasn't going to be more than 7 kgs.
Yeah.
Oh no, they did weigh it. Yeah, no, and it came under. It was like fucking like 6 kgs or something. Well, not even that. Just my backpack.
Yeah.
And got checked in, and then when I went to board, I walked back with my my like little roller suitcase and stuff. And fuck, she was fuming, bro.
Oh really?
Yeah, she hit me up about it. Yeah.
Really? She's like, "Excuse me."
Yeah, she was like, "Hey, this is can you weigh this bag?" Weighed it, and it was like fucking like 8 kgs or something. So I don't know. It was like 9 or something. I don't know. It was heaps.
Yeah.
But it was under the Cabin Plus thing.
Yes.
It was under that limit. And so she got all fired up about that. They're like, you have to buy the Cabin Plus if you want to take more baggage on. I was like, oh, I already had it on my booking. You put it on my booking. She was fuming. It was crack up as. Yeah. Because there's nothing she could do. Like, there was 50 people behind me trying to get on the plane. She's standing there trying to act like she didn't do it. Like, you were the one who chipped it. You put it on. You would.
Oh,
I didn't check it in. Yeah.
How good.
Crack up. But
That's awesome.
if you're flying with Tiger, do try that method and message DM at dimes_yo.
Yeah. Message see if it works.
I
mean, can we just put out a disclaimer? Like, if you get arrested and stuff like that, like, that's not our deal.
Yeah, that's
not
on
you.
our fault.
That's all on you.
That's on you.
Yeah.
I mean,
but give it a shot. Because it might have just been like a one-time glitch. But if we've found a glitch in the Matrix,
then we're good.
then we're fucking good.
Yeah,
man.
but if they watch this, they'll fix it up.
well, if you guys are watching, can you sponsor us? Target.
Target.
Oh fuck no, no way.
Do you really want them as a sponsor?
I mean, I don't want to pay like extra. I mean, if that's the
you'd
deal,
fly it for free.
yeah. That's
Nah, you'll fly it for free, but they'll probably still charge you with the baggage.
Overweight baggage.
it goes by per kilo that you bring on. Like, even though if you're flying,
they
for
put
free.
some sort of arbitrary charge on it. It's strange, but I'm not a big fan of Tiger, but they're all right. They're all right.
Yeah.
I'll fly with them.
I mean, we were Virgin members for a while.
Yeah, Virgins.
But because we fly in a duo, it's like really expensive for 2 people, 2 seats to book out. So
Okay.
So we
It's
get a
like-
lot of Jetstar Tiger flights.
yeah, which is fine. I can't really
Did you
complain.
never
I'm just
just,
happy
like,
to be
adamant?
traveling.
You're never just adamant with the promoters and stuff. Like,
Nah.
More happy to just
Just to get there,
to
you
get
know?
there and have a good time, man.
Like, you know what? I think the best flight that I've been on was the one to New Zealand on Air New Zealand.
Air New Zealand's the greatest airline.
I
in the
think that
world.
that
you
was-
have to
that was-
pay for alcohol on an international flight. It's outrageous.
Oh yeah.
Wait,
What was that?
Shout out
This-
Virgin.
Wait, was this Air New Zealand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
We
pay?
went
Oh, was it
Christchurch
short-
on Air New Zealand,
Oh,
right?
it's
you had to pay for
short haul
alcohol.
international. Yeah.
Yeah, but Virgin.
We
Virgin.
did go over with Virgin
Free
once.
Free.
Yeah, we got free.
Okay.
Even
yeah,
to
it's an
Perth was
international
free.
flight.
Perth. I think Perth.
The
would have
Perth
been
flight.
Alcohol
free.
on the screens, like, or just alcohol that comes past on the trolley.
Oh, yeah, but
You have to pay for it.
No, it was.
Oh, it was
free.
free,
It
it's
was
free,
free
yeah.
on Virgin.
Okay.
Jaden went to. I think he went to buy something on the plane. No, you started watching Lord of the Rings and then it just cut out.
That's right. I paid for the
Yeah, you like
in-flight
pay for Lord of the
entertainment,
Rings.
and I paid, just wanted to watch it, and then it just cut out. And I'm like,
Sweet.
What, like, how long into the flight? Or how long into the
Did
movie?
it cut
I
out
should
because
say?
we were landing?
No.
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 It just cut out, and there was my whole TV.
But, like,
busted,
no one
and I
was on the
got-
plane
Yeah.
anymore, and then the movie.
Yeah, and I'm just sitting there. Like, what the fuck? Want to watch Lord of the Rings?
I'm pretty sure it was like halfway through because I remember you tapped me on the shoulder and you're like,
the whole
it's gone.
the screen. It wasn't just the in-flight entertainment. The whole screen just went black.
They
And I'm
still
like,
they still charging him too.
Yep, still charged me.
mean-
$10 gone.
But I don't know that
Always
flight.
take that shit up because they won't give you $10 back. They'll give you like $100 Air New Zealand voucher.
Well, it's a bit late now.
Oh.
for that one train.
Is
I
it?
just copped it. Just like whatever.
Never too late.
Maybe next time. Maybe at the end of the year
Yeah.
we'll try and get some.
All
free
these big
stuff.
corporations, man, like they're always taking your money. Just find ways to get some of it back. You know,
Yeah, of course.
just a little bit.
Well, bro.
It reminds me of Taryn.
Yeah.
Try
does,
and
eh?
Bro, my boy will call up Macca's to get free feed.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't do that shit. I know this
It's
person
funny.
who does that, and it's,
It's so
cringy
funny,
as.
bro.
It is.
But
pretty
like
funny.
he could just, he's like you, just talk his way out of anything. It's
Yeah, but there's
unreal.
some things that it's just not. No, there's no point in doing that. Like, oh, my fries were
funny.
cold. You've got to give me like a whole new replacement meal, even for all the other shit that I ate. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
if
man,
you're hungry,
if you're hungry, like
Yeah.
your boy's got to eat.
Yeah. 2 number 9s.
well, bro, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the podcast.
Yeah,
man.
bro.
You know, this is what I want to say. We really want to have an episode where all your brothers are here.
Let's make it happen.
Do you
for
reckon
sure.
it's possible?
Oh man,
All 4 of you guys here?
There's 5 of them.
Oh yeah, 5.
all 5 of us would be dope. That would be cool because like me, Rory, Cam, and Matt,
Yeah.
and then Dan just like bringing everyone in,
Yeah.
being the voice of reason.
See, I mean, it'll just be everyone here.
That'd be so cool, man. That'd be really, really cool. I'd love for that to happen. for
even
sure.
when like, say if Mikey was here too, if he
yeah,
came
man.
over.
Yeah,
Like,
I think Mikey's planning on coming over pretty soon.
he's been saying this for
Yeah,
a while.
he
but-
has been saying this for a while. Mike, you need to get out to the 4K. Come to the
Yeah.
6
Come
degrees.
see-
come see Tupac. Yeah.
he's chilling.
He's
waiting for
chilling.
you.
He's waiting. But bro, is there anything that's coming up, man, that you wanna get out there, or anything you just want to say just to wrap it all up, brother?
Yeah, well, I mean, in Brisbane now, you know, if you're looking for any sort of like content production or anything like that, go check out @6creative on Instagram. That's my little side hustle. So
Yeah.
businesses, brands, influencers, whatever it is, just
Man, I tell you what, this guy has got you on all platforms.
Yeah.
Like,
got you.
I mean, even not like the creative production, even the business type stuff too, man. I feel like you got a really good grasp and good knowledge on that as well, bro.
I think so. Still learning. Still a long way to go, but yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Well, bro, thank you so much for
Thanks
coming,
for having
man.
me on as
bro.
well, boy.
Yeah,
It's
for
fucking-
sure, bro. That's dope.
I really love the podcast. I've been listening to it a lot. It's fucking so
Are you gonna
My boy.
listen to yourself back now?
I don't know. I feel like it'd be weird, but yeah, no, I'll listen to
It is
because I don't know how fucking Adam's gonna edit it, so that would be interesting. So I will.
Yeah.
I don't do
listen
much
to it.
editing. I really don't want to do any.
He's gonna be making me say some shit.
Actually, hold on, hang on, wait 1 sec, bro. Is there anything that you want to ask him, bro?
Baby, it's a full-time job. Get down on your knees and satisfy the dog.
And we'll see you guys next week.
See you later, guys.
Thank you so
Cheers for
much.
that.
Peace.
Looking for a way out.